House Wolfford prevails against General Avlora's army and drives them out of Glenbrook. Though victorious, Roland sobs quietly, saddened by the sacrifices made in his name. Glenbrook is powerless, but knows they must keep the royal bloodline alive. Thus, the conspiracies and power struggles around the noble blood in Roland's veins continue to stain the land crimson.
Once we have stacked those sandbags, we should be well fortified against even the fiercest deluge.
Leave it to me. This old wolf has some vim in him yet. Phew. Haven't used some of those muscles since before I can remember.
I must say, when I saw the enormity of the task before us, I did not think we would finish in mere bells. I had braced myself for a full day of labor, at the very least.
Thank Benedict for that. We'd still be searching for weaknesses in our perimeter had he not been guiding us.
Indeed, but let us not understate Eredor's feats of strength.
Come now, Eredor. How many times must I tell you to be delicate with the sandbags? We only have so many at hand.
I hear you, I hear you. I'll treat him as delicately as my lady love, in the absence of one.
Now is not the time for jests, Eredor.
If you don't want me complaining and you don't want me jesting, then I guess I'll just shut my mouth.
To hear them trading barbs like children, you would never think they work so well together.
Wisdom and strength. Two pillars that keep House Wolfford standing strong.
Wisdom, eh? He wasn't always that way. Took him plenty of failing to get where he is now.
I find that difficult to believe.
Is there something you wish to share with us, Eredor?
Might be. Maybe you've forgotten the folly of 20 years past, but my mind is a steel trap. And what's our task for today?
We are to deliver this message to Lady Destra with all haste.
Seems simple enough. Send a bird.
I would not trust a bird in this rain. A horse would be more reliable, and swifter besides.
Is that so? I respectfully disagree, my friend. Either way, I'm not going to be the one nursing you back to health if you catch the chills.
Shall we make it a wager, then? Send a bird, and we shall see who reaches Lady Destra first. You had best hurry.
What? Benedict?
Off he goes. Well then, where are those damned hawks? As I recall, Benedict arrived at around the same time as the hawk. If it were a sunny day, he might have won.
Ah, the folly of youth. Many of our best days were spent in Lord Simon's service. We made many such wagers, in an attempt to get into Lord Simon and Lady Destra's good graces.
I remember when...
I believe we have had enough reminiscing for one day, Eredor.
Don't be such a harsh taskmaster, Benedict. Where's the harm in a story?
Ask me that again when the floodwaters break through our meager fortifications. There is much to do and little time to do it. Wouldn't you agree, Anna?
Me?
Old friends or old enemies? Sometimes it is hard to tell with those two.
Whatever the case, our work's done for the day. And there's nothing like a hard drink after hard labor. You two care to join me?
I would love to. Please, regale me with more tales of your youth.
I see no harm in one drink.
Let's be off then.
Shall we invite Benedict along?
You'd only be wasting your breath.
Now that you mention it, I do not believe I have ever seen you two sharing drinks.
Spirits cloud the mind, so I rarely drink. When I do partake, however, I prefer to do so in quiet. I fear Eridor would only spoil that.
Looking worse for wear, Anna. Long scouting missions sure ain't easy.
Easy or not, I do what duty demands. Do you need something?
No. Just reckon Benedict must be relieved you're back safe and sound.
Must he?
Course. After all, he treats you like his own daughter. Don't know any parent what wouldn't worry over their child. And he's got extra cause to fret, with all the dangerous work he gives you.
Oh? It never crossed my mind. Benedict trusts me. That's all I've ever needed.
That's so.
Do all parents by blood show concern for their children?
Wondering about yours, are you?
That's none of your concern.
I still remember how you insisted on being a scout, soon as you were old enough. You wouldn't say why, but any fool could guess it was to find out more regarding your parents. This work's well suited to that sort of thing.
Yet Benedict refused me.
And he was wise to do so. It ain't a job for an amateur. Guess he hadn't anticipated you'd trained under Archibald.
I earned his respect when he saw what I could do. The means don't matter, only the results.
I have grave news, sir. The enemy has captured one of our scouts. I know our soldiers aren't broken easily, but given enough time in the enemy's hands...
And here we are, severely short-handed. I shall call a war council, so our approach may be reconsidered.
The scout has been rescued and returned safely home.
Already? That was far sooner than I anticipated.
I hope my actions were not out of line.
No, well done, Anna. I don't know where I'd be without you.
Nor are you.
Can't thank you enough for leaping to my scout's rescue, while Benedict was still pondering what to do. I'd pay good coin just to see that look on his face again. So, think you'll find your parents? Not trying to dissuade you from looking, mind. I'm only being nosy.
Dissuade? Is there something you've not told me?
What would I know that you don't? Just take care you don't end up regretting it.
I'm this close. I can feel it.
Greetings. Were you training outside?
Not today. Even I stay away from the proving grounds on occasion. The members of the King's Guard must keep themselves in prime fighting shape. That includes resting when our bodies are weary.
A wise policy. The handmaidens of Esfrost adhere to a similar principle. With clear eyes, we see, we serve, we anticipate.
Interesting. Although our tools are different, we're alike in our aims.
Indeed. We must be the pillars our charges turn to in times of need. Even so, we are only human. If I may ask in confidence, do you ever find it trying to serve Prince Roland? Is he ever unreasonable? Have you ever found your patience tested?
No, never. It is an honor to serve, always. It is an odd question to ask, but I must confess I find it hard to imagine what it is like to serve in a society such as Esfrost's.
As do I, although I lived through it. It all feels as if it were so long ago.
You're not one for speaking plain, are you? But I suspect we may have much in common. I'm curious to hear your story, if you are willing to share it.
Of course. I made a promise to myself long ago to effect change through my own deeds, not to live as a mere servant.
And what came of that promise?
Hailing from Hyzand, at first I endeavored to learn at the ministry, that I might use the knowledge gained there to help others. But they guard their secrets fiercely, and maintain strict control over what fields their students can pursue. As much as it pained me to leave my home, I could not suffer such stifling rules, and so set forth to Esfrost. I took quickly to learning at the archives, where independent study is encouraged. I spent days in the stacks, soaking up as much knowledge as I could, when one day,
You are the one called Gila, yes?
yes, my lord.
They tell me you're the most talented researcher the archives have ever seen.
I couldn't say that, my lord. Though I do spend more time here than most anyone else.
Admirable modesty. And you aren't frightened of me. Most impressive. I believe we have a suitable role for you. Come with me. The Archduke would have a word.
The Archduke? But
No harm will come to you, if that is your fear. Now, follow me.
Lord Svarog had arranged an audience with the former Archduke of Esfrost, who appointed me as Frederica's personal tutor. She was the former Archduke's daughter, so I took my duty seriously. Yet I could never shake the feeling that I had betrayed my ideals. Perhaps I justified it by telling myself that my teachings could plant the seed for change.
An indirect approach, but an active one nonetheless.
The chance was unexpected, to be sure, but I could not very well deny it. The Archduke's successor, Gustadolf, was a man that paid no heed to birth or blood. He effected a change in people's attitudes, a change which provided fertile ground in which my teachings could take root. Thus, I stayed by Frederica's side. Truth be told, I had not thought to be with her for this long. And yet, here I am. Life is truly a journey of unforeseen destinations.
What is the realm coming to?
Hail, fair maid!
Well, if it isn't Eridor. Have a seat. You've ample choice.
Who are you and what have you done with the barkeep? The one I know ain't prone to melancholy.
She is when word of a fellow barkeep's misfortunes reaches her. It's all in this letter. People are taken to plunder and to survive this war, and my friend's tavern was destroyed beyond repair.
Here's hoping your fine establishment escapes unscathed.
I can't bear to think of what I'd do without this place.
My heart goes out to you. As if times weren't hard enough with customers.
I can't think straight for worrying so much. Well, you're a soldier, aren't you? Can't you just go out there and crush your enemies so we can be done with all this?
If only it were so easy. What I wouldn't give to wield a flagon every day instead of a blade.
Never took you for the type to make excuses, Eridor.
Eridor is doing everything he can. The realm suffers because of my failings.
Forgive me, Lord Wolfort. It was hardly my intention to blame you. What with things being as they are, I haven't been myself these days. But enough of this. All the moping in the world won't change a thing. It's time for action. My lord, as you can see, I'll have no choice but to shutter my tavern if the war doesn't end. And soon. So let me join you. I think you'll find that pouring ale isn't the only trick I have up my sleeve. Ah, but where are my manners? Hasabara's the name, my lord. At your service. A barkeep I may be, but good drink isn't the only way I know how to heal what ails people.
I can vouch for that, my lord. Hasabara is good to have around in a pinch.
And I see no reason to refuse. You are most welcome among us.
Ha! Heartening to see you're the decisive type. I won't let you down.
And you've made a good decision as well. Couldn't have picked a better lord to serve, I tell you.
Aye. I gathered that the way you're always singing his praises.
So it appears the Duchy intends to capture Glenbrook. But Prince Roland slipped from their grasp and fled to Wolfort.
The ink on the treaty is barely dried, and they're already declaring war.
And what's more, there's a price on Prince Roland's head. It has spurred the masses into movement.
They will bear their fangs at us in time. We cannot leave them to their own devices.
I see this as a wonderful opportunity. We can make it clear how we stand after the Salt Iron War.
Aye. And I much prefer to extinguish embers than a raging inferno.
It sounds like you intend to start a war.
Calm yourselves. There is no need to get so worked up over this. It is true that this grave matter may one day affect Hyzant. But it is in times like these that we must trust the Hierophant's words more than ever.
Father, please open your eyes. There is so much I wish to ask you.
Lord Serenoa.
I cannot let Father hear how weak I've become. I must be strong.
Lord Serenoa, Master Benedict, you have a visitor.
Who is it?
Lord Silvio Telliore. He wishes for an audience with Lord Serenoa.
What business would the Lord of House Telliore have with me? Tell him we will be there shortly.
Yes, sir.
Every day is busier than the last.
We haven't had a moment to catch our breath.
You are doing a fine job as head of House Wolfort, Lord Serenoa. Your father would be proud if he could see you now.
I could not do it without you, Benedict. Thank you.
In short, you wish for the three high houses to join hands and fight the duchy. Is that correct, Lord Silvio?
Indeed. I believe it our duty to fight. Some are frozen in fear, trembling at the mere thought of the duchy's power. I feel that joining the three high houses under a single flag is the only way to unite them. My men ready themselves for war as we speak. Come to Telliore, and we can strike at Esros together. Prince Roland will be safe with us, of course.
It's as good a plan as any. You have my thanks for getting the preparations underway.
I wonder if Lord Landroy would agree.
I doubt House Fawkes would refuse a fight. Their devotion to the crown knows no bounds.
But of course, they reaped great rewards from the bountiful lands won during the war.
You propose reuniting the three high houses who led the Salt Iron War to its end. It is heartening to know you would once again lend us your strength.
We certainly could use all the help we can get, though I wish we could resolve matters peacefully.
You speak as though your brother is not at fault for all this.
My bride-to-be bears no blame for the duchy's actions.
My apologies. Forgive me for my outburst. But we haven't much time. I would have your answer now.
Shall we accept Lord Silvio's proposal, my lord?
Fetch the scales, Benedict. We shall decide our path together.
some.
Lord Saren? And? Quite true.
Surely. I see.
What do you need? Yes, I see.
Lord Serenoa. Quite true. Then... truly, I have chosen.
It is time to cast our votes. Do we accept House Telliore's proposal, or go our own way? Approach the scales of conviction with your token at the ready.
You make a convincing argument, my lord.
I wholeheartedly agree.
I have no qualms with that.
I have chosen.
The way forward is decided. We join forces with House Telliore and defy the Duchy's wrath.
Huzzah! The tidings of our alliance will no doubt bring relief to the aching hearts of our people. Now then, Prince Roland, you and all of House Wolffoot simply must come to Telliore.
We shall. Thank you.
You needn't worry about a thing. Leave everything in my capable hands. I must make haste to Telliore. I shall throw a grand banquet to commemorate the occasion.
This is hardly the time for celebrations.
Is something on your mind, Benedict?
No, my lord.
Lord Silvio of Telliore offers the solitary House Wolffort an ally, and a place of protection for Roland. Serenoa accepts his offer, and Silvio puts his plan to ensnare his new allies into motion.
No, no! Spare me! I beg you!
That's enough, Rufus.
You call these men soldiers, Silvio? They haven't got any spine.
You can take your frustrations out on House Wolfort. They accepted my gracious offer.
I would have preferred they hadn't. I hate dirty jobs. I expect double for this one.
And you shall have it. You will strike once the banquet is finished. Only Roland need live.
Lord Serenoa never ceases to amaze me. Despite all the hours he dedicates to his duties, he looks none the worse for wear.
Even so, I am certain it takes its toll on him. He wants to set an example for his people and those who serve him, and wishes not to worry them over his condition. Excuse me, Serenoa, but is there anything I could do to help?
Frederica, my apologies for the delay. The citizen's petition will require a bit more time, so why don't you and Gila return home ahead of me?
I see, if you insist. But please do not push yourself too hard, Serenoa.
I shan't. Thank you, Frederica.
Of course.
Is something the matter? It's rare of you to sigh like that.
Did I? Oh my.
It looks like something's troubling you. If you wish to talk about it, I am happy to lend an ear.
Well, to be perfectly honest, I sometimes wonder if I can go on like this.
Are things not going well with Lord Serenoa?
No! Serenoa is as kind and gentle as ever. It is my own self I have doubts about. I cannot help but wonder if I am truly of any use to him.
Since Lord Serenoa is always working so hard, why not give him a tonic to boost his vitality? I purchased one from a merchant not long ago. It should chase all his fatigue away.
A good idea to be sure, but the fact remains it is not me myself that is serving him.
Then how about preparing a meal for him? Something nutritious to fill him with vim and vigor.
Me? Cook?
Yes. I'm certain he would be delighted by anything that you make.
But I've never cooked before. I doubt anything I make would suffice.
You won't know until you try. Besides, what matters isn't the result, but the feeling behind it. Use this cookbook. I'm sure you will find a recipe or two to your liking.
Thank you, Gila. Now then, which of these would Serenoa enjoy?
That should do it. You should be able to use that arm just fine in no time.
Many thanks, lad. You truly are a talented one. My apologies for treating you like an intruder the other day.
Think nothing of it, my good man. If you need anything else, I'm more than happy to help.
Your magic never ceases to amaze. Did you learn everything from your grandfather?
You bet I did. The Archmage Grandante taught me everything I know.
Grandante. There's something I've been meaning to ask you, Narv.
Ask away.
I was in Hyzant for a short time, studying at the Ministry. No doubt you know it's considered the greatest authority in this world when it comes to matters arcane. Their library contains everything from records of magically enhanced soldiers to technical tomes and much, much more. Their chronicles on the history of magic, too, were the most comprehensive in our realm. And yet, I do not recall seeing even a single mention of a mage named Grandante. One would think the achievements of such a powerful sorcerer would be recorded somewhere. Why are they not?
Those awful Hyzantians. Truly, they have no shame.
Narv?
The chronicles you speak of? In truth, they were written by my grandfather's own hand.
What? But then why is he not credited by name?
He refused to do the research the former Hierophant ordered of him, and was branded a heretic and unbeliever. They erased his name and achievements from the records, and made it like he never existed at all. He was then banished from the city and died in exile, his name all but forgotten. It's all their fault no one knows of the Archmage Grandante.
I had no idea.
These robes I wear were once his. They're the only remaining proof that he once walked this realm.
So you carry his memory with you everywhere you go?
I promised myself I would make the Archmage Grandante's name known around the world. So I'm going to work harder than I've ever worked before, until all in the realm know his story. And in the process, I'll become the greatest mage this world has ever seen.
That's the spirit.
Thanks, Gila. Just you watch, Grandfather. I'm going to make you proud.
I don't know what to expect now that Esfrost's taken over Glenbrook.
I heard they put a huge bounty on the prince's head. We can make a killing if we catch him.
I always dreamed of kidnapping royalty. But the prince of a crumbling kingdom?
They'd probably kill him if we turn him over.
The reward is tempting, though.
The reward is tempting, though.
I beg you, sir, give me one more chance. I shall not fail again.
We are already taking measures against House Wolfort. A suitable pawn has showed itself before us. Though, perhaps, I should be more wary of my own family than any other. Huh? Falks is all that remains of the three high houses. I trust you know what to do, Avlora.
Lord Landroy Fox is famed for his bow arm.
He had the pluck to fire at your master during the war. Do you think you can best him?
Without a doubt.
So, Lord Silvio has been in contact with Esfrost.
I heard he made for Whiteholm Castle not long ago. And I received identical reports from several of our spies in Telliore.
There is a reason he is known as an opportunist, in which case he has but one objective.
Securing Prince Roland to use as leverage with Esfrost.
I was also told that House Telliore has hired a man named Rufus as a bodyguard.
What do you know about this man?
He's a bounty hunter known as Hero's Bane, loyal to none but coin. That said, he's a ruthless fighter. It would be wise not to underestimate him.
To think Lord Silvio would hire such a man.
It means he is serious. We must plan accordingly.
Understood. Gather the others. We have much to discuss.
So Lord Silvio's proposal was all a ruse to ensnare me?
Unfortunately so. He has been in contact with Esfrost. But he must have surmised that simply bending the knee would not suffice, and thought to use you to curry favor with the Archduke.
Using the prince as leverage? Has he no shame?
We can no longer trust anyone.
That dirty scoundrel played us for fools.
We made the best choice we could. Had we refused, he would have attacked us outright.
Indeed, there are countless soldiers lurking around the premises.
So he came prepared for a refusal. I suppose we can expect as much from the famed opportunist.
My lord, we must strike before he does.
You mean for us to cross blades with Lord Silvio?
We have the upper hand now, knowing what awaits. We must do whatever it takes to survive.
So the war has already begun.
It has. His objective is to capture Prince Roland. Once we are in his territory, he will use the surest measure to secure His Highness. In which case...
Welcome, Prince Roland. Lord Serenoa. A beautiful banquet, just as I promised. I cannot wait to share a glass of Telliore's finest wine with you.
Likewise, Lord Silvio. We cannot thank you enough for the warm reception.
Please, relax, Your Highness. As Lord of House Telliore, I promise to protect you to my last breath.
Thank you.
You must be exhausted. Why not have a glass of wine? I am sure you will find it to your liking.
Ah, like nectar from the heavens. I should have expected no less of Telliore.
Please drink your fill. I insist, everyone.
I shall.
I have never tasted anything quite so delicious.
in honor of the fallen.
Cheers to the glory of the High Houses!
Prince Roland, are you sure you're not drunk?
Hardly. It was all an act. Convincing, no?
We cannot let our guard down. The real battle begins now.
But of course, I expect they will be here soon.
My lord, House Telliore's betrayal has been confirmed. It appears Lord Silvio plans to launch a surprise attack on House Wolford.
This is absolute madness. To think I would see the day 3 high houses fight each other. The glorious Glenbrook of the past is no longer. The dark days of war are upon us once more.
My lord, the Esfrosti army has entered our domain. They demand our surrender.
Ready your bows. It is time they witness the true valor of the high houses.
It looks like my special wine put them right to sleep. Seize the prince, and kill the others to the last. How are you two still moving?
It would seem your wine did not have the intended effect.
It didn't take a trained eye to see straight through your plan. Your wine found a new home within our breast pockets.
You scheming bastards!
We could say the same of you.
This is where you meet your end, Lord Telliore.
That's my line, you whelp! I leave the rest to you, Rufus.
Well, well. Things are finally getting interesting.
Careful, Your Highness. They are after you.
Understood. Let us carve a path out of here and regroup with the others.
I won't let you down.
Understood.
To battle with pleasure.
Is that Prince Roland? And House Wolford? Must we really draw swords against them?
Stop your cowering and fight! Spare no one! But leave the prince to me. I'll kill anyone who gets between us.
I'm sorry, my friend. Seems I forced you into another uncomfortable situation.
Our decision was made together, Roland. We must have faith in the path we chose. To arms, everyone!
Let us cut our way through. I won't lose! Brace yourself!
Time to work. Come get me. You won't catch me.
This battle is ours.
You'll get no mercy from us.
Come at me! You can die a hero's death at my hand!
Then where shall we strike? I'll make it! Ha-ha!
I shall try my level best. Just as I planned.
Impossible!
Back at you!
This ain't nothing.
Here I come. Don't be afraid.
Time to take action. I'll hold fast here.
Come at me! To victory! Look at me learning.
I will end this.
With the pot?
I'll be fine. A cold wind blows. I won't lose! This is it!
Sound strike. For life. Victory is within reach.
Damn it all.
Time
They
to
got
take
me.
flight. Try this.
Impossible! Carefully. I need this.
Let us pry out their weakness.
now.
Back at you! Back at you! For my kith and kin.
I fight for peace.
Time for some sorcery. Don't be afraid.
Whatever it takes. How do you like that?
Steady now. I do not miss.
It's only a flesh wound. Now or never! Charge! Yeah!
I will end this.
This sounds right. This victory is within reach.
Damn it all.
Ouch!
They got me.
This battle is ours.
What would Father do? I need this.
There is no mercy on the battlefield. Just as I planned.
Back at you! Back at you!
This can't
I will
be!
end this.
For myself. Here I come.
I'll take it from here.
For victory! Take that! Yes! I shirk from no danger!
Die already!
Son of a damn coward!
I don't see him anywhere. I surmise that was his intent from the start. At any rate, finding our way out of here comes first. Wouldn't mind a potion.
My turn.
Victory is within reach.
Look at me learning.
You won't catch me.
You won't beat me! Show me what you're made of.
Ha! Who's next?
The hunt is on. This is now!
Here I come! Lightning!
You will sound strike. This is the end.
Strike while the iron's hot.
Perfect! My stratagem is superior.
There is always a way.
I'll take it from here.
Charge!
I fight for peace.
Stay right there!
To victory! Charge!
You don't stand a chance!
Damn it! Time to retreat. You whelps haven't seen the last of me. Don't let anyone else kill you before I do.
We did it! Now to find Silvio.
No, no, no! How could this happen to me?
This foolishness ends here, Lord Silvio.
Die with honor. Do not sully the repute of the high houses any longer.
And just what good will honor do for me? For anyone? You refused to hand over Roland and received nothing. For your honor, you were attacked, isolated, and betrayed. Even if you kill me, nothing will change. Your deaths are inevitable. History will look back and laugh at the fall of House Wolffort, who could not see past their own noses.
Are those your final words?
No, not quite. Now, Rufus!
You'd better pay me, Silvio.
As long as I live, so shall the high houses. Rest assured of that as you go to your graves.
One might almost admire his tenacity.
In any case, I am sure we can overcome any difficulties that await us.
Indeed. Glenbrook shall not fall, and neither will House Wolffort.
At the end of the battle against House Wolffort, Lord Silvio of Telliore leaves the field defeated. The victors, however, do not go by unscathed, repeated battles taking their toll on the soldiers. All goes according to Gustadolf's plan to weaken both houses. Landroy Falks, Lord of the Third of Glenbrook's High Houses, faces off against General of Laura.
I must survive. Somehow, I must survive! Ah!
Escaping all on your own, I see.
Rufus, what are you doing here?
I came to collect my reward.
Reward? Since when were losers ever rewarded?
I remember our deal differently.
As do I. I was promised an invincible executioner. You are nothing but a fraud, a sheep in wolf's clothing. What's so funny?
I have a new deal for you. Pay me what I'm owed or die.
I cannot give you what I do not possess. But if you kill me now, you will have lost to Wolffort with nothing to show for it.
Go on.
If you let me live, on the other hand, I will find the coin to pay you. What do you say? Do we have a deal?
Fine. But if I don't get that money, consider your life forfeit.
Far too much blood has been spilled.
I know how loyal you were to the late King Regna. We may be enemies, but you still have my respect. I would invite you to join our ranks.
You would dishonor me so.
I prefer it to your death.
Save your pity for someone who needs it. Your master will never have our loyalty, even if it means the end of the three high houses. Your Majesty, I serve you even in death.
His plot foiled and bested in battle by House Wolffort, Silvio Telliore flees, leaving everything behind. House Falks fights valiantly, but ultimately loses to General of Laura's army, and joins their late king in death. Of Glenbrook's three high houses, Wolffort, Telliore, and Falks, two are felled by the iron hammer of Esfrost. House Wolffort now stands alone, in more peril than ever.
So, two of Glenbrook's three high houses have fallen. Esfrost's invasion took me by surprise at first, but this is quite the interesting turn.
Now Wolffort stands alone, having lost both the crown and its allies. There is no better time for us to act.
Then let us set the trap. brimming with bait enough to lure them in and keep them there.
As you command. The famed High House of the Salt Iron War will soon be under your thumb, my lord. Having control of their land will make our deliveries that much easier.
Indeed, and House End will prosper more than ever. Brute strength is not the only path to victory. A truly wise man can win without ever drawing his sword.
My lord, a bird from Sorsley End of Hyzant has arrived. He has offered to send us provisions and funds in light of our situation.
A most welcome offer, to be sure, but why would he extend a helping hand to us now? Could he be after something?
Undoubtedly, there are regrettably none so altruistic amongst the Saintly Seven. Seeing as Minister Sorsley has never shown much interest in other nations, I can only surmise this is a ploy to put House Wolford in his debt.
As I suspected. But our people and soldiers need all the help they can get. Let us accept his proposal. We can deal with whatever ulterior motives he may have once we are back on our feet.
Understood. We shall discuss our countermeasures at another time.
Congratulations on your victory in the Falk's domain, General.
Thank you, sir. They were proud warriors. And Lord Landroy a formidable foe despite his age.
I imagine he was content to breathe his last on his beloved fields. 30 years have passed since the Salt Iron War. It was time he was put to rest beside that bygone era. Avlora, it is time you had a rest as well.
What do you mean by that, Your Grace?
Your soldiers have fought long and hard. Any longer and their morale may suffer for it.
But what of House Wolford? Prince Roland is still with them. Is that not cause for concern?
There are no lords left worth worrying about. House Wolford stands alone after Roland's uprising.
Even so, we would do well not to underestimate them. Even standing alone, they once changed the course of the Salt Iron War.
House Wolford is no longer the hunter, but the hunted. Or do you believe you understand something that I do not, General?
No. Forgive me, Your Grace.
You wish to speak to me, Your Highness?
I wish to leave the Wolford domain.
And you want me to persuade Lord Serenoa?
Yes. Though I doubt he will welcome the conversation after the scales have spoken. But the people are tired. Their expressions grim. And this castle is no different.
Even so, the decision was made together.
Yes. But I think we all know that I am at the source of our troubles. The responsibility ultimately falls to me.
If you truly wish to take responsibility, then I do have an idea.
And I would hear it.
Give me that ring.
But this is proof that I belong to the royal family. What would you do with it?
Have you die for your people.
Hey, boss! Come take a look at this!
The poor soul. Or maybe not so poor, judging by these clothes.
Hey, Pa! Remember what I said about that reward money?
Of course I do. This might just be him.
Pa, take a look at this!
A shiny ring, huh? Is that the royal emblem? This has got to be Prince Roland!
The corpse is regrettably too damaged to identify, but the royal signet is unmistakable. Aside from Cordelia, there is only one who would wear the royal family's ring. There can be no doubt, this is Prince Roland.
Excuse me, Your Grace, but about that reward.
Thalas, give them their coin.
Yes, brother.
Thank you kindly for your generosity, Your Grace.
What a waste. Is this truly how the kingdom of Glenbrook meets its end?
House Wolfort are no fools. Their friend was only a liability. They have spared themselves by forsaking the prince. They may have escaped, but there are none who would help them. There is no reason for us to concern ourselves with House Wolfort any longer.
A shame.
Your poor brother, betrayed by his most trusted friend.